Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Easy Finance channel, where we make financial education simple and easy to understand for everybody. Let me ask you something. Do you remember the first time you had your own money? Maybe it was a small allowance from your parents. Maybe you received birthday money from a grandparent, or maybe you earned it doing a small chore for someone in the neighborhood. Now think about this. Did you know what to do with that money? Did anyone explain to you how to save a part of it? Did someone teach you that spending it all at once might not be the best idea? Or that maybe you could do something even smarter with it? Most of us didn't get those lessons. We had to figure things out the hard way, by making mistakes, by going broke before the end of the month, or by realizing too late that saving money isn't just for old people. And here comes the surprising part. A study found that many teenagers graduate high school knowing more about algebra and Shakespeare than they do about interest rates, budgeting, or credit cards. They walk into adulthood not knowing how to manage their own money because nobody ever taught them how. That's the problem we're going to talk about today. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why financial education is something every child and teenager needs. And if you're a parent, a teacher, a big brother or sister, or even just someone who cares about the next generation, this video is for you. And don't forget, if you find this content helpful, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Let's help build a financially smarter future together. Why it all starts early? Imagine a 7-year-old named Anna. She gets a weekly allowance of $5. She uses it to buy candy, small toys, stickers, whatever catches her eye at the moment. It's fun, it's exciting, and no one tells her that she could save $2 each week and maybe buy something bigger after a month or two. Now imagine a 13-year-old named David. He starts getting birthday money from relatives. $20 here, $30 there. He quickly learns how easy it is to spend it all on games, snacks, and entertainment. When it's gone, it's gone. And the worst part is, no one teaches him that he could put a little aside, maybe even grow it over time. Fast forward to Anna and David turning 18. Suddenly they're adults. They get a debit card, then a credit card, then a job. And no one ever explained what interest means, how to create a budget, or why buying things just to keep up with friends can lead to long-term financial stress. What we see is simple. The way children learn to think about money when they're young shapes how they handle it as adults. And when that education is missing, it's like throwing them into the deep end without teaching them how to swim. So the big question is, why don't we teach kids and teenagers about money the same way we teach them how to read, write, or do math? Money is a language, and kids can learn it. Think about this. We start teaching children to speak from the moment they're born. We teach them the alphabet before they even go to school. They learn how to count, how to recognize shapes, colors, animals. But when it comes to money, we often think they're too young to understand. But here's what I've learned. Children are not too young. They're just not being taught. Even a 5-year-old can learn the idea of saving. If you give them 2 coins and tell them, let's save one for later, you're already planting the seed. And if you explain to a teenager how compound interest works, with a real simple example, you might just see their eyes light up when they realize their money can grow over time. Money is a language, and like any language, the earlier you start learning it, the better you get at using it. That's why financial education must begin in childhood, not after high school, not after the first paycheck, not after the first credit card. By then, many habits are already formed, and sometimes they're hard to break. If this message is making sense so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and allows more people to discover these essential lessons. What happens when kids don't learn about money? Let me tell you a quick story. It's about a young man named Luca. Luca was smart, graduated with good grades, went to college, got a good job at 22, but no one ever taught him how to handle money. So when Luca got his first salary, he felt rich. He moved into a nice apartment, bought new clothes, started eating out regularly, and soon enough, he signed up for a credit card. He didn't worry too much about how it worked. He only saw the minimum payment and thought, this is easy. But what he didn't understand was that interest was growing on everything he didn't pay off. After a few months, he had more debt than savings. By the time he turned 25, he was stressed, frustrated, and stuck paying off things he didn't even remember buying. And all of this just because no one taught him the basics. This story isn't rare. In fact, it's more common than we like to admit. And it could have been avoided if someone had shown Luca early on how to create a budget, how to save, how to make good decisions with money. It's not just about teaching kids how to count coins. It's about preparing them for real life. That's the power of financial education. It's not about wealth, it's about habits. Some people might think, my child doesn't need to worry about money yet. They don't have bills, they're just kids. But financial education is not about dealing with bills or taxes at age 10. It's about building habits. Saving a small part of your allowance, learning to compare prices, understanding the value of work. These are all habits, and the younger you build them, the stronger they become. It's just like brushing your teeth. You don't wait until your child is 20 to teach them dental care, right? You start early, and it becomes part of their daily routine. Money works the same way. You're not teaching them to be rich. You're teaching them to be wise. And wisdom with money leads to less stress, fewer mistakes, and more options in life. So if you're a parent, start having small money conversations. If you're a teacher, integrate simple financial ideas into daily lessons. If you're a teen, start asking questions. And if you're enjoying this so far, please take a second to like the video and subscribe to the channel. That way, we can keep growing this financial education movement, one lesson at a time. Let's go back to Anna, the 7-year-old we talked about earlier. Now imagine if someone told Anna, if you save $2 every week, you'll have $8 by the end of the month. And if you do that for 5 months, you can buy something really special. Suddenly, Anna is not just thinking about candy or stickers. She's thinking ahead. She's learning patience, planning, and the joy of achieving a goal. And what about David, the teenager? Imagine someone explains to him that if he saves just $10 a week and puts it into a simple savings account with a little interest, he could have hundreds of dollars saved up by the end of the year. Just from small choices like skipping one fast food meal or waiting before buying a new video game. These are not abstract ideas. These are real, concrete, powerful lessons. And they don't need to be complicated. They just need to start early. What would happen if we raised a generation that understood money? A generation that didn't grow up drowning in debt. That knew how to save, how to invest, how to think critically before spending. Imagine teenagers who know how to make a budget before going to college, or kids who grow up knowing that saving a little every month can lead to big things later on. We could change lives. We could create adults who feel confident with money, who aren't stressed at the end of the month, Who can make decisions based on goals, not desperation? That's what financial education can do. And that's why we're here. So if this video speaks to you, please take a moment to like it. Share it with someone who has kids, someone who works with teens, or even someone who's just starting to learn about money themselves. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our future videos. Together we can make financial education simple, powerful, and available to everyone. Teaching children and teenagers about money is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's not something that should be done one day. It's something that needs to happen now. We don't wait until someone is sick to teach them about nutrition. We shouldn't wait until someone is broke to teach them about money. Start small, start early, and be consistent, because the habits we build in childhood last a lifetime. And the best gift we can give the next generation is not just money. It's the knowledge of how to use it wisely. Thank you for being here, and thank you for caring about financial education. If this video helped you or inspired you in any way, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. See you in the next video, right here on Easy Finance, where we make money make sense.